Hello everyone, this is Nono here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. And today we're going to be building a clock tower, and it's going to be located right above our mob grinder we built a few episodes ago. And so we're also going to be decorating the mob grinder as well, and then we're also going to be working on a little bit of landscape out front of the base here. So without further ado, let's get started. I have a bunch of materials I already gathered over here. Should put back on my armor first. And so I got all these materials for building, and I think we just need all that right now. There we go. So I'm going to start by going 51 blocks up in the sky right here. I kind of marked out the borders. It's 13 by 13. And let's just get started. I'll get these borders on here and add a few blocks, and we should be all set to go. Alright, so we have the frame pretty much done. We still got a little bit more left to go. We're mostly going to be building this out of dark oak, bone blocks, and planks, dark oak planks. And we're going to be trying to use bone blocks and wool in a few spots because this is above our double spider spawner and skeleton spawner. So we're going to kind of decorate the clock tower with that because this is going to be used to mark it. But you get a pretty good view of the base here. This will go away from the base theme because the theme of the base is all birch. This is going to be the first build that really shies away from it. But it's far enough away to where it really doesn't clash with anything over there. So now we got to start working on a few of the lower parts of the frame, which include the same thing we have up there with the two different beams coming across there. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom here. Alright, and next up are these redstone lamps. We're going to put these in the corner up over here. Then I got to grab some bone blocks to put in around these to add some depth into the build. And then from here, I don't have any inventory space. I'm going to put an extra block here because we're going to need a way in and out of here. So we'll do this here. And this will kind of be the theme pretty much going up, except with a few extra twists between here and the clock. So if we take a look outside then, you can see the lamps aren't on yet, but you at least get a little bit of a feel here. To get the lamps on, we can just put these levers here. And these are really cheap, so you don't have to worry about losing anything. And then that'll turn them all on, and we take a look here, and you kind of get a feel of what this build is going to look like. At least the bottom 3 blocks, and then the rest, let's get started on then. Alright, and right above here, we're going to be putting more of these lamps, just like this. And then we're going to be adding more of these bone blocks to connect them all as well. Then we can put all the levers back on. And then the next step is to go up 9 blocks, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can place another lamp and go up 9 more blocks. Then we add this here, and we go across like this. Perfect. And then repeat that for all the sides. And might as well just do the middle one as well while you're at it too. Alright, so I just ran over to one of my trees over here by the base to take a look at it, and so far it's coming along. One thing I didn't mention is that we probably will add bone block beams between the other redstone lamps. And I forgot to add it up on top too. I can probably do the top one for now. And anyways, next we'll start working our way up. We're going to pick 2 blocks, and I'm going to pick stripped dark oak logs and wooden or dark oak planks to put in between there. as filler, and it's going to add a little bit more depth into the build. Alright, now I'm going to start by putting these logs like this here, but then I have to strip them, so it's going to be a really long process. But I'm pretty much going to be doing this all the way up with a little break in between so I can put levers on these redstone lamps as I go up. Alright, and then the next step is to choose the 2 blocks that you want to use, and I'm using the stripped dark oak logs and the dark oak planks, and we're kind of going to do checkers on these sides here. So there's going to be 6 sides, or 6 different panels that we have to do on each side, and we're just going to rotate it on the way up. So this first corner is going to be this dark oak thing, and then as soon as I add these bone blocks, we can put the levers on and switch over to dark oak planks. Alright, and so I added what I wanted here, and I'm very happy the way it turned out. It's kind of like we have vertical lines and we have horizontal lines, and they intermix well in this build for some reason. I just really like that style there. So here we'll do planks, logs, planks in this corner, and then we'll do vice versa all the way around. Alright, so we should probably take a look at it, and wow, I really like that. I pre-built this in creative mode, but I really like that. Got that checker feel all the way around, and that'll continue up a little bit more as we get towards the clock as well. Yeah, that turned out great. I'm happy with it. The inside's going to be the hard part because I think mobs can spawn on these ledges here. I'm actually going to place a few torches down here, even though these lights will light everything up, but that turned out really nice. I'm very happy with it. Alright, and then we got to add more of these glowstone lamps up on top like this. So we got to follow that same method of having the double beam up there. So we'll add this double beam in, and we need bone blocks too, don't we? Yes, we do. And then we got to add the logs around as well, like this. Alright, and then once you get that extra beam in there, so now we have the double beam in, if my calculations are correct, I should have an 11 by 11 square on all 4 sides. So I looked back at my reference, and we just need the redstone lamps on the bottom and the top of this frame here. We don't need them in the middle here because that's where the clock is going to go. So let me get my redstone lamps back out and place another layer of these and get these bone blocks in place. Alright, and the next step is to go up, I believe it's 9 more blocks, and place another redstone lamp and do this on all the corners. Alright, and now it is nighttime, and I have put these extra beams up here of bone blocks, put the redstone lamps in the middle, and then the centerpiece will be our place for the clock. So now I got to get down there without dying, without falling to my doom, because if I fall, I die. There's no way of going around that. So I think I need to put some of these in here. I think it's a few blocks. 2 blocks in this corner and then 2 blocks in the other corners so I can place the dark oak logs without having an issue. So to keep the checkerboard pattern going, so since we have the logs here and the logs there, the logs are going to go in this corner now. I think they go like this. And then we'll do that in the other corner as well. What are you doing, Mr. Enderman? Taking another block. I did some repair before the video started. I repaired a lot of the land in this area here. And I found so many places where just creepers have just destroyed. I think one spot I found like there was 7 blocks missing. They're almost making a cave or something. I also cleaned up the cave around here in this area. Made it a little bit cleaner. So then I can add a pathway around the edge of this lake here. and add a pathway to that door there, because I've been using that door and I don't have a doormat, so I get sand everywhere and it's annoying. Alright, and then the next task is the clock, and it's nothing special, it's just a 9 diameter circle in here. And if you don't know how to make one of those, there's a circle chart. Just Google it, and our Minecraft circle chart, and you'll find one really easily. This one really isn't anything special. It looks kind of boxy, but then again, this is a boxy game, and things are supposed to look boxy. So I think this is how I made it before. Yeah, this should be it right here. Make sure there's no mobs up here. Yep, this would be it. This is the circle here. And then we got to add the buttons on the sides as well. We can do that in a minute. Alright, and then once you get the clock faces in here, we need to add the buttons on the sides here to make it look like it actually has places for the hands to go. So I just kind of put 2 in these little spots, another one there, 2 more, 1 on top, and do that around on all of them, and that should add a little bit of something in here. And I gotta eat block up there. And then the other thing that I need to do here is I think I need to add some light in the center, so we'll place another redstone lamp in the center. And I don't have any cobblestone walls on me that I want to use, so I'll have to craft some up here. And I think that's enough there. And from there we can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think you go 1 more over like that. Yeah, there we go. 3 o'clock. It's always going to be 3 o'clock. It's always 3 o'clock somewhere. So we got the face is pretty much done here. Now we just got to move over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Alright, and now I need to add these levers over here onto the glowstone lamps, redstone lamps. And once we add the levers on, we are all set with the clock face. The next part is adding the side corners here, and it's still checkered pattern. So I believe that's the, what's it called? That's the logs, so we just got to strip these on this corner this time. And do this accordingly for every corner, and then this clock face should be 100% done. Alright, and so now we're down here. Let's take a look and see what it looks like from afar. Let's not go too far though. And looking at it from this tree here, never mind. There we go, we got our clock tower pretty much. I'm going to go over to this tree actually. So there we go. There's our clock tower. We still got a little bit left to go, and that is pretty much the roof. And the roof is kind of the tricky part. I kind of struggled making it, but I found a design that I liked, and I implemented it in, and we can get started on it. What are you doing over here? Don't blow this up, I just fixed all this. There we go, let me get the skeleton while we're at it too. Add some torches in here, because I think it's just these lighting glitches that are causing the mob spawns. Because I came down here, there wasn't anything here. Perfect. Alright, and then back up on top of the clock tower, we're going to have to add some more of these redstone lamps into place. Add a layer of bone blocks, and then go up above these logs and do the same thing again. Alright, and now that we have everything done here, all the bone blocks in place, now we can start working on the roof, which includes bringing these up 2 more blocks on each corner, And then I believe we got to go up 5 blocks in the center and add another one of these bone blocks. Not bone blocks, redstone lamps. The next step is to add these filler blocks in, and these will be removed later, but this is so we can place these bone blocks in the certain direction, because if you place them in the wrong direction, it'll look all funky from the outside. So you just need to put 2 more extra blocks on top of these that are bone blocks. I think I misplaced one of those, did I? Yes, I did. Okay, so now we have removed all the filler blocks, which means these are now exposed, and we're just going to continue the checkered pattern that we have all the way up here. So logs will go there, logs will go in this corner now, and this should be the last of the logs, or at least the last of the checkered placement, not last of the logs. Not for sure. Not that yet. The next step is to actually put the roof in, so we got to add 1 block like that, and then from there, I believe we can't remember exactly how it goes, but I think it goes like that. We got to go like that all the way up across. I think so anyways. I'll have to double check on that. So I guess once you have the stairs all into place, we can pillar back up. And I think we need to add some half slabs. So I gotta craft some of those. I think you need 8 total or something. And we gotta place 1 here and 1 here. And then we're gonna do that on all 4 corners. Then once you get those 8 half slabs in, we just have to add in all the stairs like so, all the way across. And I added this platform here to make things a lot easier for me. Then when you get to the top, you'll actually need more half slabs to put on this top piece here. These are all full blocks here though. You can use filler blocks or whatever, but here I just use this wood here. Alright, and then we can add the slabs in and this lamp in the middle. Put in all these slabs in the center, and then we just need to put them on the corners down here like so, and make sure it's level with the stair so nothing spawns on it. And this build is pretty much finished, so we'll go down and take a look in just a moment and see the finished product. I'm getting excited because I haven't looked at it yet. We'll just head over to this tree here, and then we'll head over to the base and see it from there too. So we take a look at it. There we go, the finished clock tower. The only thing we have left to really do is put in an entrance to go into the spawners, which the spawners are somewhere, I think they built this 20 blocks away from it or something like that, but it's lined up. But that's the clock tower then. Let's go over to the base and see what it looks like there. From the window that I thought you could see it from, you can't see it at all. So we'll just head up on top of the base. And there we go. Look at that. That looks massive. It really doesn't match anything. Oh well. It's a clock tower. I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. You got that checkered pattern where it just changes the color slightly. Alright, so this project looks pretty much complete then. We should be able to move on below to the mob spawner and add some things in there. But first we kind of got to add an entrance to this thing. I wasn't really planning on adding an entrance to this clock tower part because there's no room to build inside of it. So I think we'll just have a little room to the side or underneath it. That'll be the room that you enter the clock tower in. Then I got to put a ladder in there for maintenance. And then we should be able to mine down, and it should end up being parallel to the spawners. I think it was at Y24 or something. Alright, so here we are. We're down here at the cave spider spawner and skeleton spawner. This one's the one with the 2 spawners. Oh, I forgot about that. They like to poison you. Anyways, this is the direction the clock tower is in. I gotta get up through this way. It's in this ravine, or above the ravine, over that way. I centered it to this block here, and I went over 25 blocks this way. So it's at X 175. Anyways, I think we should start out by just putting a little layer in here. Like so. 1 block lower, though. Then we'll start mining from this layer here. I'm just going to mine out a little room. Basically, just mine it all the way down to that block and maybe a little bit further and go from there. Alright, so here is an update on where we're at with the grinder room or whatever it is, the fancifying. I've dug out pretty much everything that we need dug out, and this is the clock tower room. Right above us are the exact dimensions of the clock tower. This is the exact center. I got the cords and came back down. It's been kind of tedious going up and down, so I finally added in some staircases to head up there. And I kind of did something a little bit different, and that is like this. You know, you go around the corner and you come up here, and then they both meet. So that one comes down like that, and then you got to come up through here and do the same exact thing again. And it's kind of neat. It's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a jack, like a car jack kind of a design. And then you come up here. I ran into this water pool literally right underneath the clock tower. And up here is the outside, and it actually works perfectly where this staircase comes up, because I don't plan on putting it going all the way up to this level. I was going to build a separate room underneath this a few blocks, and this would be perfect where it comes out at. Right here is not so perfect. It's a little further out than I wanted it, but it is lined up still with the center, which was the plan, and I'm just happy about that. So I need to I actually have to go up there, but I need to grab some wood and some bone blocks so I can do some decorating down there. And this is all I have left from the build, pretty much. I don't have much more left. I used a lot of it up. We don't need that 7 right there. And I think something else I gotta do is I need to make it so I can turn off the spawners so I can build around it and change some of the blocks, because I still have to do my changes, and that's going to be a problem if I need to get in the spider spawner and I can't, because they're going to kill me in like 5 hits with their poison. And then down here, this is going to go to the staircase. It's kind of like a diamond shape, I guess, with like 4 branches off there. This is going to be a tunnel that's going to eventually lead to spawn, but that's a little ways down the road. This is going to eventually lead back into the base, and I'm kind of debating if I want to get ice and make it an ice path, or if I want to do it a different way with the mine carts. I'm kind of leaning towards the mine carts, but then again I'm also leaning towards the boats, because the boats would be really cool to just whip through here. Alright, so things probably look quite a bit different here since my last cut. I dug out some more stuff, and I started working on the floor, and the floor is pretty much done for the most part. I'm just kind of debating on what to do with the walls, and then this is where the clock tower is straight above us. That block in the center is going to be glass eventually, and it's going to go all the way up to the top of the clock tower, where I'm probably going to switch it to glass block to let light down in here. And from there, I'm kind of stumped right now where to go next. I'm trying to do some planning. I'm trying to avoid working on this. But I turned off the spawners temporarily so that I don't have to worry about mobs spawning every 5 seconds, listening to them. And then they could clog up and
lag you out if there's too many of them. Because the thing is, the skeletons, the entity cramming works. The spiders, oh man, I had 300 in here at one time, and it was pretty bad. Anyways, with this big giant room here, this is a 13 by 13 room. This pathway and this pathway are going to be blocked off a few blocks down, because this is going to be the pathway eventually to wherever they go, which that one's going to probably go to the base. This one will probably end up going to spawn eventually, but that'll probably be a packed ice route, I think. But I can't do that for a while yet, because I don't have a packed ice... I don't have a lot of packed ice, put it that way. But other than that, this one I will probably start working on next and try to get these staircases looking nice, and then I can come back down and try to finish this stuff up here. I'm not really sure what to do here either.
So I've gotten a little bit carried away here, and I added another room in this area here, and this is a little balcony I added overseeing this room, and it actually turned out pretty nice. I'm actually really happy with it. I boarded off the two ends, and I kept the roof the same. I found out it's one lower than I wanted to, but I didn't want to move it, so I'm going to leave it there. But I added some light up there. I'm really happy the way it turned out. So far, I got to put all these stripped logs on the sides here. This is becoming a very expensive build. Good thing I had all these logs laying around at spawn, and I still have about another double chest full there, but I've used probably about a double chest full so far. Then I added these chest rooms without any chests so far. These are just going to be storage for like string, bones, arrows, and then like armor and other things. And then this is expansion if we need it. And I haven't done anything over here, but I'm about to, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this back one more block, which could be a good or bad thing, but I think it'll be good for the most part. And then from there, I think we have a few other things we can do, like redoing the ceiling and changing the layout over here. I brought this out one more to bring the skeletons around this corner here, but this is the bubble stream for the thing, and I don't want to move it. So I might just make this all sand or all soul sand along this back wall, and I think that'll look okay there. Okay, so it looks like we got everything completed here. Everything's all switched on and good to go. This build is pretty much done, and next we'll work on landscape outside a little bit. But before I get to there, I kind of want to show you guys what I did all together. I added in these levers here to turn lights on and turn the spawners on and off, because it was kind of getting annoying dealing with them all the time, so that helped me out a bunch building this thing. Then I also have a collection spot right here for anything that goes in these hoppers. So then I just have this little access door that goes out to the mine shaft and all the redstone, which isn't really a lot of redstone, but it's good to have a door leading out to the cave system. So you come out here, you see the storage here, now these little indents in here, and then you come into this big gigantic room where I kind of got carried away and put a balcony on here. The balcony turned out really nice. I'm really happy with it. It doesn't go anywhere except for up here, but I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. And who knows, maybe someday we may do something else down here and add another pathway this way or going that way or something. Or maybe even that way where we just have a ton of different rooms and things going on down here. So then you can come out the other side here, and we got all the logs in place. Quite a bit of logs, if I don't say so myself. Tons of them. I wonder if it's actually nighttime. Nope, not nighttime. This is going to be like a room here when I get to it. I was thinking about putting like a bedroom in here or something to where, if you're running around up there and need to sleep, you can just run in here quick and sleep. So then here, I may actually do some redesigning in this area here because I'm not really happy with it. But it's just really basic, really simple. Oh, I can even put a bed here if I wanted to.
but I don't like that I really can't use this space for chest. I kind of have to do something like that. So I come out here, and this is the entrance that I put in to the clock tower. And I'm not really too happy with it, but it kind of keeps it hidden. It doesn't really mess with the clock tower in general. The only thing we got to do now is we need to add a pathway so that we can get to here from there without having to climb over trees and all sorts of other things.
Alright, so for out here, I kind of was trying to think of what to do to kind of spruce this area up. And I think really the only thing we're going to do is add a pathway along the coast here and bring it all the way around this pond and then have a staircase going up to the clock tower. Maybe in the future we could put a bridge here, but my goal is to not really disrupt the land as much as possible. I did a little bit of landscaping before the episode started. Like here, this was a little mountain. It was up about 2 more blocks, and I brought it down because there really wasn't anything there. It was just a cliff, and it looked really ugly, so I changed it up a little bit, and then I added some grass in a few spots. And you really can't tell where I terraformed, except for that ledge right there, which is going to be changed as well when we get there. But I think we're just going to add some pathway, kind of like what we did over here, and just circle it around. Alright, so I pretty much put in the path now all the way up here. There's 2 paths, one from the door over there and then the one from over there. And I did a few changes here. Had to modify the landscape a little bit. I tried to keep it looking natural. I still got to put some grass on a few spots yet from when I did the first landscape job. But I added this wall here with of cobblestone as a way to keep that wall barrier there, because this was initially a cave that was here. Actually, if I... Oh, that's not... No, wrong spot. Right here. If I come in through here, you can see the cave. Those are some flowers there. And then it does... I think there's an entrance and exit right here. But I'm trying to keep it natural for the most part. It's just kind of tough to keep it fully natural. So you come around here and you can go in through there. But then also on this side, I did something different. I was going to put it along the coast here, but I had too many trees to destroy, and I really didn't want to cut many trees down. I think I had to cut down a total of 3 trees or something total, but so I brought the path through here. It gets a little narrow at times, but it fell perfectly with this tree, so I brought it around the tree, and then it comes in through here. I actually still got to put some fences down in here, so let me do that quick. So there we go. We got our entrance now, a new entrance, I guess you can say. That entrance is pretty much the same. This one's slightly changed, but no, I really like it actually. It's still cozy. I'm gonna take that block off there. There we go. Now it's a little bit more cozy. Just come around the corner and you push the button and come back in. But I think this is a great place to end the episode. So anyways, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Have a good one.